I wanted to write down exactly what I felt, but somehow the paper stayed empty and I could not have described it any better. People will never understand. Depression is not about the outside, it's about the inside.
How do you know that you are depressed? I got hypertension for a few times. One day I read from the Facebook about answering question from Kementerian Kesihatan for something medical illness for a question now. After then they asked me to meet the doctor. The doctor said that I having depression because from the hypertension. Can I know the reason of I got the depression is from my ex-boyfriend.
Okay, bila saya sedang alami depression tu, sekolah rendah sampai saya sekolah menengah. Long datang rumah, macam-macam lah. Dan mak ayah bercerai. Kiranya saya kehilangan keluarga, kiranya saya dibuang keluarga. Kiranya adik keluarga macam adik-beradik mak saya tu pernah buang family kami. Jadi dari situ dia memberi impak sampai sekarang. Memanglah sekarang keadaan dia dah pulih, tetapi dia memberi kesan lah pada jiwa dan pemikiran saya. Macam tak berharga, lepas tu rasa macam hidup tak ada harapan. Sedangkan ada je orang yang bagi nasihat tapi macam nothing. Keadaan kehidupan masa saya depression tu, saya kemurungan sangat. Saya nak duduk dalam bilik walaupun kawan saya kata nak jumpa ke apa, saya tak nak. Saya tak nak jumpa sesiapa. Saya akan duduk dalam bilik je, saya tak makan. Saya tak ada rasa nak makan, saya tak ada rasa macam nak buat apa-apa aktiviti yang saya suka.
Effect is affected my studies. My pointer is dropping, so I can't focus for my study.
How do you cope with it?
I don't tell anyone. So until I just keep everything in myself, and I just sit in the room. I don't get along with my friends. I keep quiet, smart, but at the backside is. And at the backside, I feel so sad. And every day, I want to commit suicide. And I love to cut myself. No one care.
Sekarang pun saya dalam keadaan proses pemulihan. Okay, saya ada ambil inisiatif lah sebab saya ada rapat dengan beberapa orang lecturer counselling yang pakar lah tentang mental illness ni. Kiranya saya berjumpa dengan mereka, saya buat sesi dengan mereka. Saya akan ajak kawan saya seorang yang memang saya rapat, ajak keluar pergi mana-mana. That's why saya suka travel. Saya tak tahan duduk rumah sebab seorang kan. So dudukkan diri kadang-kadang ada tapi tak selalu. Jenis saya banyak bila benda tu datang, saya akan lempar semua barang saya. Saya tak sempat barang kalau saya kat rumah. Tapi saya cuba sedikit kat bantal je.
We use the term depression. It's different from sadness and it's different from stress. Depression is a clinical term, a clinical disorder, or what we call a psychological or psychiatric disorder, which is in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 5 or mental ataupun DSM-5. So when we use the term psychiatric or psychological disorder, usually people will have this negative stigma or negative perception on what the term means. Biasanya, usually people will think that people with psychological disorders walk around naked and talk alone.
For students, luckily you have counselor. You have something called as counseling service, because if you are working, there will be no free service of counselors anymore. So for students, you must make full use of your counselor, because counselor, they cannot treat mental illness, but they are the one and the front line of any mental health problems. They are like the prevention before the cure. So a counselor, you need to see counselor for professional service such as counseling service, stress coping mechanism, how to deal with your relationship, to deal with your academic stress and all that. So because of using your counselors to the optimal level, it will help to reduce the amount of mental illness in the future. Because we have to know that depression must be treated from the earlier.
Depression affects you in terms of physical, psychological, and social, and also spiritual. Okay? In terms of physical, it affects you become more fatigued, cepat penat. You feel really tired every day, all the time. Even to go to the class is very tiring, even though it's not very far away from home. It affects your sleep. It affects your body weight. You can get increase in weight, also decrease in weight. It affects your focus, decision making. Psychologically, it makes you feel you are worthless, you are unwanted, unloved. It makes you feel that you want to end the pain and get up from this world. So that leads to suicidal essentials. Socially, it makes you isolate yourself from other people. So usually people with depression isolate themselves. They don't go to class, they don't want to see people, they don't want to see the lecturer, they don't want to see their friends, they prefer to be alone. But actually they don't want to be left alone. Okay. So spiritually, of course, it affects your ibadah.
About 5 ways how to take care of your mental health, especially as a student. First is take care of your social environment, which means that don't get too attached with someone who has a toxic relationship or someone who always has the negative feeling or negative behavior, because it will affect your mental health as well. Second is to exercise more. A healthy body means a healthy mind. So especially in terms of scientifically speaking, when you exercise, your body will produce a dopamine effect. There will be a hormone of serotonin which makes you happier and fight the depression as well. And it also makes you healthier in terms of physically as well. Third is to take care of your commitment, because I know some students have no commitment at all, which is they only have this 3K of, the 3K students. Yes, kelas, kata, and cafe. So because of this, their mind will be empty, they will feel emptiness in their heart, and they will have these trouble thoughts, negative thoughts. So the key is to be balanced. When you are balancing between your life, between your studies, your relationships, this is the key to have a healthy mental health. And the last one is be part of the society, which means that don't just be alone with yourself. Don't be a student who has this kind of personality. If you're there, university will be there. But you're not here, university will be like that. So be a part of society that you will feel a sense of belonging. Because of this, it will help them to feel that empty void in their heart. And last but not least, I have to say this: take care of your spiritual level as well. Because I know that spiritual activity is not the cure for depression, but it will help for someone to be more, not immune, more strong. They become stronger in fighting depression.
Seorang murung, dia menunggu, dia murung, dia orang macam tadi kelakuan. Lepas tu tengok dia punya kelakuan. Kadang-kadang ada orang ni dia murung, dia just menyendiri je. Ada setengah, dia depan orang, dia try to be happy. Tapi sebenarnya bila dia balik rumah, dia rasa keseorangan. Macam tu.